Part 2 of making my meat jar. And for the shadow of the face, I take the skin color, I tweak it just a little darker on the dark setting on airbrush, and then I draw it in. Because it's on dark, I just layer it on top of each other again and again. Once I have a line that I'd like, I make a bigger line and then I just go over it. And also you get this gray part whenever you draw over anything that's considered darker parts, and so I just go in with the locked layer and try to fill in those parts with a solid color. This happens when you use a dark or layered option on any parts that it considers dark. Now we have to mirror the face paint that we did, so just select the parts and copy it before flipping it. It's best to have the grid on this part so that it looks even. And then to do the blush, I select the skin color and just make it a little more pink before putting the layer on dark. And I do suggest you leave the editing and look at the character outside in this area before going back and adding more layers. It's just a precaution to make sure you're not overdoing it. And for the nose shadow, I put it on dark on airbrush on a slightly grayish brown color, and I draw in the shadow of her nose. And finally, we get to the part where I'm doing her piercings. I start off with just a circle, and it's a 3x3, so it's a square, but it shows up as a circle, trust me, on the face when you put the little shadows around it. And this part I think is pretty simple. You just shade it however you like. However, I do make the mistake of where I erase a part of the piercing, and I just never notice until later on. So you're gonna notice that she's missing one like midway through the video. Anyway, I copy it so that it's, you know, two of them, and I just copy it again for her little lip piercing. You can just move it down to her chin before adding in the lip color, just like how we did the blush on her nose. And this part is personal taste. You just take the darker eyeshadow and make it white and fit it into her eyes and mimic eye whites. And for her cheeks, we just use the third option for the blush, and I use a warmer color, and this is how she looks. I did fix her piercing, and that's her pet pig. I think she's really cute because she's so small. And this is her with Key, and this is my other Mevo. And if you have any questions, let me know, and thank you so much for watching.